Hey y'all, what's up? Check this out. I got a job. I'm going to work at Casey's here in Norton, which would be a great thing. So if y'all are subscribers or something and you walk in and you see this ugly mud, which you can see I shaved my stuff off because, well, they wanted me to wear this, I want to call it a chin bra over my whiskers. I said, no, 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 no. I ain't doing that. But we're going to be going somewhere today that I figured I'd share with y'all. Was gonna wait until my birthday on the 10th of this month, but I figure we're gonna do that today, and we'll get back with y'all when we get there. Let's roll that intro. Well, y'all, we're here. It don't look like much from outside, but from what I hear, it's one of the nicest ones in the country. Is that true?
It's pretty dang awesome.
Yeah? Well, here we'll show you the front of this.
And it's located at, I forget the name of the town.
It's located at that address in St. Charles, Kansas. Or St. Francis, Kansas, I'm sorry. We'll go in here and see what we see. Wow.
Hello.
How you doing?
Welcome. Can I get you guys to sign our guest book, please?
You bet.
Thank you. Where are you from?
We're from Norton, Kansas. I've been here before. I just brought my brother down. Told him about it a while back. I sent him pictures of it and told him, man, you got to see this place.
Well,
we're kind of doing it on our YouTube video here.
What's the date today?
7th.
7th.
November 7th.
You gonna sign my name too? Yeah.
No, I'm not signing your name. That's forgery.
Oh. Looks like we got the Easy Rider bike over here.
Yeah, those are replicas.
Are they?
The replicas. Pretty good replicas.
The original bikes, there were, when they made the movie, they had 2 of each. Two Captain America and 2 of the Billy Bob bikes. And Fonda rode Captain America and forget my name on the other one, pulling the blank. Anyway, those.
Oh, Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper, yes. Those 3 of those 4 bikes were stolen.
See, now I heard that, and then I came in here and seen these. I didn't realize they were replicas.
Yeah, 3 of those 4 bikes were stolen. And they think dismantled before the movie was even completed. They never did find them.
Oh, wow.
The Captain America bike, one of them survived until the end of the movie. And at the last scene of the movie, if you saw that, Captain America, Fonda's riding through Arkansas, and these guys pull up beside him in a pickup and blast him with a shotgun out of the window. And of course, they crashed the bike, and they actually did wreck the bike in the movie. And Dan Haggerty, Grizzly Adams, was a youngster at the time, and his job was to keep the bikes clean for those 2 movie stars. Well, he ended up buying that wrecked bike and had it rebuilt, sold it to a guy in Iowa for $1.625 million.
Wow.
$1,625,000.
Wow.
And supposedly that bike is on display at Animos, Iowa in the National Motorcycle Museum. But then there's been some lawsuits and whatever, whether that's the real deal or not. So I don't know. But anyway, these were made in Leavenworth, Kansas. Peter Fonda has signed the helmet that's up there. He's had his photograph taken with those 2 bikes. And he said those are the 2 most accurate representations of the bikes that they rode in the movie that he'd seen. And there's been a lot of them built. So.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have a picture of Fonda with those 2 bikes, but Mike didn't want to leave it here because he's afraid if we displayed it, somebody'd
steal it.
So.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But it's pretty cool.
There's probably quite a story behind a lot of these, ain't there?
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of stories that are pretty cool, really.
So we actually have a YouTube channel called The.American.Bikers. and I believe he's still filming.
Yeah, I am. I figured.
So,
well, you don't mind, do
your
you?
Story's gonna be on now. I just figured I'd let you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, it's a good story to have on there. I mean, if people are
I do
gonna.
a lot of YouTube stuff myself.
All right.
Do you?
Yeah,
Well, you'll have to look us up, The American Bikers.
I will do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Mosey around and see what we got here.
Yeah,
That's
make
pretty
sure
cool.
Yeah.
home if you
We'll get a.
have questions. I mean, I could follow you around and bore you to death.
Are these bikes all?
We'll get a closer look. This was
Yes.
Henry Fonda's
the
bike,
museum itself, we only own
and
a couple bikes.
this was Dennis Hopper's. Huh.
I'm gonna tell you about the museum.
We only own a couple bikes in here. Most of them are owned by 2 different gentlemen. There's probably about 30 different people that own a bike in this museum. 138 bikes in here. At the present time, we've had a little over 140, but we move bikes in and out to another museum also in Marquette, Kansas. So most of them belong to Mike Bonmeyer, who lives in the Wichita, Kansas area, and or Wayne Lang owns a lot of these over on this side. Most of the old Harleys and Indians that are in here, the early American iron, belongs to Bonmeyer. This is a small portion of his collection. As I said, he's got another museum full. He's got a big garage.
And that museum's where?
Marquette, Kansas.
Marquette,
That's
Kansas.
just about 25 miles southwest of Salina, Kansas.
Okay. We'll have to go
Yeah,
check
yeah,
that one
that'd
out.
be
check
another
her
place
out.
to go check out.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we're hooked up with them and share some things back and forth.
All right. Let's
Yeah,
take a
good.
walk.
Okay, well, let me show them the other sides of these bikes that, you know, this is Henry Fonda's here. Definitely. And this is signed by Henry Fonda himself. And they've got a picture where he was taken with these bikes, but they don't keep it on site
Oh, is that
because,
the real
well,
hat?
yeah.
I do not know.
I don't know, but it looks good sitting there.
It looks pretty close.
I doubt it.
It looks pretty close.
It looks pretty close.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I don't know.
yeah.
These 2 bikes basically were that bike right there before they were customized.
Right, the old military bike.
Yeah. Well, that's not truly a military one, but
Oh,
it's-
this black one
this
here?
black one, yeah. Yeah, they were just regular old Harley-Davidsons that they had some custom builders there in California build them for the movie.
That became kind of like the way they became the chopper.
It did. Yeah, that
So-
certainly set the tone for the chopper movie.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't realize that the whole thing of a chopper is the fact that you're changing something on the bike, you know. But these are what basically got the whole thing of the chopper
That's
idea.
Look at this.
What do we? Oh, look at them old.
This is what my bike would have looked like all original.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a 53 pan.
You got one of those?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, he's got a 53 pan shovel.
It's a pan shovel, and it does not look like nothing.
Yeah, this is what
Nothing like it. It actually,
my little brother's
I'll
black
show you.
pan shovel would
been all
look like original. It don't look like that now, but
Custom build.
Yeah.
I told it took me 7 years to build it. And I wrecked it twice.
Yeah. At least you're riding it.
I ride it all the time. It's still a rigid frame. It was
nice bikes.
that's for sure.
Old bikes, a lot of history in them.
Not too technical.
And like he said, these the 2 Easy Rider bikes originally started out a bike like this one, and they obviously chopped it and modified it, and it became the chopper, like these. So, yeah. And they got the old school spring seat. This is like the new what is that new what the heck, I can't remember what the name of it is that they've got out, that new Street Glide that they basically got out, old school looking, new new technology on. Another old Indian here. Look at them saddlebags. Wow. Most of our, wow. Women's purses are bigger than those things. How could you haul something in those? Wow. Start of a bagger there, huh? Definitely some nice bikes. Old Indian Roadmaster. As a matter of fact, it is a 1963 Chief Roadmaster. Look at that old thing. Wow. Has the old sidecar on it. And, well, there's the vest. Pretty cool. 1945 Harley-Davidson. UL with sidecar. 1956 Cervicar. Really a nice bike. Nice old bike. With even the police helmet on it too. '40 Indian, 77 cubic inch. Another nice bike. Really nice bike. 1922 Ace. Wow. This is the first time I ever been into one of these. Never been in one before, but y'all know that I like to share my first experiences with y'all. Wow. Look at this Boss Hog over here. Really, really interesting bike. Old drag bike. Fast Cat. Mid-Continental. Wow. Definitely nice. Look at this old Gold Wing here. Wow. A 93 Honda Gold Wing. Owned by Paul Duca. Nice. Nice. So that should make this a 1500, if I am not wrong. Yeah, it's a 1500. Definitely a nice dresser. Very, very nice. All the custom work on it and everything else. Boy, old Shade Tree Surgeon could have a heyday with that one, couldn't he? Some old Yamahas and 650. Wow. Definitely. Another Harley down here. Look at that. An old electric glide. Shovel. Wow. Nice. Definitely nice. 75th anniversary. 1200 cubic inch. Electric glide. Beautiful bike. Wow. This is all pretty interesting for me. It's a lot of these old bikes that I haven't seen. Old 1200 Ironhead Sportster. Mako MC490 Spider, 1983, Ice Racer. Boy, look at those. For riding on ice. Wow. First time I ever seen a tire for riding on ice. They look pretty good. Honda Super Sport, 6-cylinder. Boy, I'll bet you that thing had some stuff on it, some power to it. But hey, if y'all have any comments or anything like that, feel free to comment and let me know what you think of the video. And if you would please like and subscribe, and it does the channel really good, and I really am enjoying sharing this with y'all. This is a whole new experience for me. Never ever been to one of these, so it's pretty cool. I've seen them on videos and everything, but never been to one. There's the next touring hot rod right there, I'm gonna tell you now. 72 Mini Trail Z50A. Wow. A lot of nice bikes. This video is probably going to end up pretty long, but I want to kind of show y'all as much as. Now, if I'm not wrong, that CB1000 custom right there, that was one of Honda's. That bike used to take off. Boy, that one there was. There's the old 750 4-cylinder. It had a lot of power to them. My very first bike that I ever had was a Honda 450 double overhead trail bike. Check this out, a Trail 110. Look at the little trailer on behind it. It's a new way to hook one up. Wow, really nice. Look at the little sidecar there, a lid. Put them on the seat, close the lid. Look at this. Classic whiner. Huh. Pretty cool. Old military bike. Got the cot and everything there. Looks like probably a. Let's just see what it says on the back here and just see what it is. BSA M20 Military was manufactured by the Birmingham Small Arms Company from 1937 to 1955. The factory was located in a small heath, Birmingham, England. Wow. 126,000 in active service. That's a lot of. Wow. Really nice. Really cool. Oh, well, y'all, looks like we're going to the
Good
vault
stuff.
over here.
Yeah, let's take you to the vault.
Or look at some of these.
Go to the vault, and when we come out, he'll tell us more about this stuff.
Okay. Well.
Part of our,
Oh boy.
when we built this, part of our agreement with Mike, the owner of these bikes, was that we protect them as best we can. And we had toyed with trying to build this building in 2 levels, a community center on the top and then a museum in the basement.
Right.
And as we did that, we finally decided we weren't probably going to be able to afford that. We didn't have any money. And so we said, well, what about if we just build a special vault type room? So these are basically about 1 foot thick solid concrete walls with a little sheetrock over them, and the metal roof and the security systems of fireproof doors and whatever. And that's so that he would be willing to allow these bikes to stay with us. And in this room are obviously a lot of dollars, but there's some really special machines.
Yeah.
That bike is a 1902 Orient. It is the first motorcycle to use the word motorcycle.
Really?
It's the only original bike in the world. There are only 2 Orients remaining. One of them has been a partial find that was redone, CNC machined a lot of parts to make a complete bike. This one is the only complete bike in the world. The emblem that's there, 1915 emblem, is one of 3 in the world.
Wow.
And that is the original color. When the magneto was taken off the bike, there was a little spot under the mag where the sun had never been, and they matched that blue paint very best they could. And I was kind of surprised that they had that blue paint, you know, back in the day, because most bikes were, you know, gray or black.
Right, to where
chip.
now they can take a chip and match it perfectly.
Exactly. And that's how that one was done.
Yeah.
And that's one of three. The Faubach Limited here, this is original bike. There are either 4 or 5 of those left in the world today. Mike owns 2 of them. He has one that's fully restored, which we've had here, and then we've also had this one. So 2 of the 4 or 5 belong to him. Not sure about the 07 Camelback Indian here, how many there are. Not a lot. If you compare that to this old Pope that's outside the door here, you'll see a lot of similarities in the construction, as you do in a lot of these bikes, because in the early 1900s, there were about 300 American motorcycle manufacturers. Obviously only 2, Harley-Davidson and Indian, survived, but you'll see a lot of similarities as people move from one company to another or start their own, that sort of thing.
So did this get the Camelback because of the cylinders the way they are?
It's called a Camelback because of the fuel tank on the rear fender.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It is interesting how some of the mechanism runs through the handlebars and then out, runs and down. I mean, figuring all that out is quite a, you know, engineering feat.
Yeah, and now they get to where the wires and stuff are running through them.
Correct. But that's pretty cool how.
That is really cool how they did all the linkage instead of having cables.
Yeah.
Or,
The
And
way
you'll
they
see
did the
that
linkage
outside
and
on
everything.
some of those, but that linkage down in here is really, really unique, I
that
think.
is very unique.
Another unique feature
Very
on
cool.
this one is how that center bolt on the rear head, cylinder head, comes up and becomes
For the
the seat
frame.
post.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, it does. It comes
Yeah, it's
up
actually the
and
center
to
frame
seat.
brace and everything.
That's the same
That's
as that
pretty cool.
Thor Racer right there.
Thor Racer.
But that's a single cylinder, this is a twin cylinder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that bike there, we'll show you here more in a minute. But yeah, that's like a single cylinder edition of this.
This whole Pope here is an extremely long bike, but it's a valuable bike too, and obviously that's why
Yeah.
we slid her over here into the vault. But
Is this one of them like pedal start type things?
yes, these bikes all have pedals on them, and in that era, that's how all these bikes were started.
Wow.
Yeah, you put them up on a little stand, you
The
crank
flyer
them, roll
marble.
them off the stand.
Boy, that's
Way
unique.
you
Look at
go.
the way all that motor is.
No front brakes on any of these. Most of them have a bicycle type coaster brake. You'll see a lot of different suspension, such as that one has springs on the seat.
Right.
This one here has leaf springs that are vertical
Right
down
in
here.
that.
It also has leaf springs on the back.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Leaf springs on the back and on the front for suspension.
Yeah, well, this one
Wow.
has a leaf
This
spring.
13
Just-
Jefferson is the only bike in the world. It was manufactured 1 year, and that's the only one known to exist.
Wow.
So,
No, that's a good reason to have it in the vault.
That is a very good reason to have it in the vault.
and you've heard of the Flying Merkles, and there's several of them around, but that's obviously a beautiful bike.
Yes, it is.
I think
Very
it's
good.
really neat that on the Darien, or the Drant, what is it?
Drent.
Is that how it's spelled?
Oh, actually, it's
Orient.
Orient.
Oh,
That's an O,
1905
but it doesn't
Orient.
look like it.
the headlight is actually battery operated?
No, it's
Is it gas?
kerosene.
Gas.
Kerosene, really?
Yeah. I like.
And this is a actual tire pump that,
It is.
that's funny, it looks just like the ones they put on bicycles nowadays.
Sure.
Right. I like the way the head here almost looks like
Yeah,
a,
it's copper.
a Can-Am
Those copper
filter.
flutes around the head for,
to help keep it cool.
exactly, for
And you
heat.
could this kind of reminds me of the way they did the original Harley-Davidsons with this belt on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, and you'll see a couple.
Yeah, a lot of these early bikes have belt
The big
drive.
belt.
Belt drive.
Wow.
And some of them have, that are chain drive, such as the chain that drives off the pedals here, has unusual links in it.
Yeah,
And you'll
yeah.
see several different kinds of chains that are.
You can
that
take a
just
chain
don't
from
see
one and
today.
put it to the other one.
Yeah,
Right.
like this little poke, the chain that's on it, or not poke, Thor, the chain that's on it's
Wow.
quite unusual.
Yeah.
it is.
Even the sprocket.
Wow.
But these are pretty much in chronological order, you know, from 1909 running back into the 20s. But you can see how mufflers were, you know, like that big bulb down there is a muffler.
Right, right.
Same with this one down here. They're really odd. They're diamond or triangular type frames, and then they go to loop frames. You see
Yeah.
the tanks were round.
A lot of them really did that belt thing off of the Harley-Davidson right there. Well, that is a Harley-Davidson.
Yeah, yeah, that's.
I didn't see the tank
1911.
on it.
These are 1909 all the way down.
Oh, these are all 3 Harleys? Oh,
No.
no, that's a Marshmallow. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Okay.
Gale,
Yeah.
Harley Davidson.
Wow. It's amazing where the motorcycle industry is come, how technology has gotten so. Look at that old 1909 Harley-Davidson frame up there on the wall. Wow.
Definitely seen
Yeah,
better
it's
days.
found in a
It's definitely
junk
seen
pile
better
around
days.
here in
Really?
the county, along with that old Wagner frame. They were both in the same area.
Really?
You just don't find those old
That old
Wagner
junkyard
frames.
here.
Well, you don't find any of them.
Wow.
This one has a kind of a unique story with it. This is a 1912 Harley Davidson, and it's a California bike. And in 1912 in California, when you bought a new bike, they painted the back portion of the tail or the rear fender white, and then stenciled on the letters for your license plate. And then that just stayed with the bike. If you sold it, the plate went with the bike. So in 13, they started making the metal plates. So this is the last year of the painted on.
Yeah, and
license
California
plate.
still
Right,
does
and-
that, even with the license plate. If you sell your car, the license plate goes with it.
I did not know that.
Yes, they still
Well,
do that.
and
And,
that-
if you get any parking tickets and you buy that car, the
They're
person
yours.
that bought it
Yeah.
bought all them parking tickets too.
Well, and I like this here.
I know
is
I bought a
kinda,
car for like $250, and when I went to get a license, it cost me $708.
this here kind of shows where the tool bag idea came from.
Yeah, yeah.
From Clearback Bend.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Definitely nice. And the paint job on some of these is just
Yeah, some of these are restored. Like this one's been restored.
right, right.
Of course, the Flanders obviously has been.
That must be the kerosene tank up here.
Yes. They're actually, what do I want to say? Carbide tablets. They're
Carbide
acetylene tanks. And in the day, you would put water and carbide tablets in there as a chemical reaction that makes acetylene gas. And you can see the little tube that comes
Right,
out and
right.
comes over. Of course, this just has a reflector back in here, and you open it and light it just like you would a candle. And there's a tube that goes back to the tail light the same way.
And they still, to this day, have torches that you can buy
Right.
that you drop them tubes in to make your settling.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, the old miners
Yep.
type
Here's the other
helmets and
side of
stuff
that
had carbide tablets.
Thor bike.
And they did that up until
Wow.
about late 19 teens. And when they came out with electric lights on motorcycles, they couldn't hardly sell the electric lights because people were wanting the old carbide because they knew it worked and they didn't figure electricity would.
Wow.
But you can see there's some unusual bikes. This one we got in not very long ago. We've only had this one a few months. This is a 1912 Sears, and yes, it was sold by Sears catalog company.
Oh, really?
You can order it from the catalog.
Wow.
And Mike has a fully restored 14 Sears, and we've had it in here too, but we don't have currently.
Wow.
But
Definitely.
And again, the leaf spring for the front
Yeah.
fenders.
Yeah.
here's
Yeah, I see that.
something that you might be interested in your video is the tire tread.
Non-skid. Wow. Look at that. It literally says non-skid. That is too cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's pretty
That is
pretty
pretty cool.
interesting.
Wow.
Same thing here. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of
there
these
was just
say
a stretch of time there that was
non-skid.
a popular
Well,
tire.
looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that say non-skid.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing
And
how
them
far.
tires are from back in that day? Or them,
Well, probably a lot of these are repos, but that's how they were made in the day.
okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing how far even just Harley-Davidson and Indian has come.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing at, you know. Wow.
These 3 bikes right in here are the only 3 that we have that are inline 4-cylinders.
Oh,
1928 Cleveland,
wow.
which is the first motorcycle to ever have a front brake.
Oh, this one is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep.
And I like the,
Yep. And notice some of the suspension here.
A shock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Wow.
this green one is a 1940 Indian inline
Nice.
4-cylinder, and that is the first year the big swept fenders at Indian. So
Hey, y'all. Sorry about that. You know how the GoPros are, 9 overheated, so we're gonna go take a couple of pictures and everything with my phone and maybe get them on the Instagram. If y'all want to follow my Instagram, which is same way, The.American.Bikers. But sorry about that. We'll get back with y'all later. Y'all be safe, ride safe, and God bless, and don't ride faster than your angels can fly. Later. Little something we found on our way back home that we thought y'all would enjoy. An old tank here in Atwood, Kansas. There's Kevin standing over there in front of it. But thought this would be pretty cool, so yeah, I'll add this into the end of the video there. Looks pretty cool. Later.